name is Tori, this is Novel Life, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a massive unhaul. I wish I could show you all the books. I don't even know if you can see it. Look how all the books are. They're all stacked up. I have a futon in my library. It just sits here. I use it for like reading sprints or whatever, but it's just an extra couch that we have that I keep here. And I went through, not on camera or anything like that, I just went through my library, popped an audiobook in about a week ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rearrange everything. So if I read it and I didn't like it, we're getting rid of it. If I've read it and I haven't recommended it, or I haven't wanted to recommend it in a while, we're gonna get rid of it. If I know other people that have read the books but said they're not that great, we're getting rid of it. If they have been on my shelf for longer than a year and I haven't touched them and I actually forgot that they were there, we're getting rid of it. So it is the end of the year unhaul. It is a massive unhaul. I probably have over 50 books, honestly. And I just wanted to make room because every time I hauled books, I just didn't have any room to put them, and I got tired of that. I got tired of looking at my shelf being like, I have no idea where to put these. So I will have my Pango linked in the description box if you want to go check out some of them. I'll be selling some of them at I just want them gone out of my library, honestly. So I'll have some special editions. Honestly, they're all mixed in, so it might topple over, but I have my table next to me, so they'll be stacked up there. But we're gonna go ahead and get started because, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna pick the first one because I think I'm gonna give this to Jess. She said she wanted this. It's Dishonestly Yours by Becca and Krista Ritchie. I read this one and it's interesting, it's unique, but I have no desire to continue on to the second book. That was also a criteria. If I read the first book but I don't have any desire to read the second book in the series whenever that comes out, then we're gonna get rid of it. So that's this one. I read it, I think I gave it like 3.5, 4 stars. It's okay, it's interesting, but it's not my favorite by this author. So we're gonna move on. I read Haunted Ever After by Jinda Luca, and it was okay. I gave it like 3 stars, 3.5 stars. It was quite a long book, and I didn't think it needed to be this long. It was just okay, but I'm never gonna reread it, and it was just a book I read. My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I think this is the indie edition. Did she sign this? Yeah, this is signed. It's to me, so if I have signed books that's personalized, I will actually put them up on my Pango for cheaper. But yeah, this one's signed. It's the indie edition. I read it and I thought it was cute, but I can't even tell you the plot of the book, so it's another one we're getting rid of. Okay, True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. This is an ARC, so I'll be putting this in a little free library, but a friend passed this on to me because I think she had an extra copy, and I read another book by Christina Lauren. It's somewhere in here, and I just, their stuff is not for me, I feel like, anymore. So yeah, that one's gonna get to a new home. Rein Me In by Kayla Gross. I read this at the beginning of the year, and I can't even tell you the plot of the book. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. So we're seeing a theme, right? You're seeing a theme already. My arms are so sore. This is Holly Renee's A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows. Is this signed? I can't remember if I had this signed. Yeah, these are signed and personalized, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, but this is book 1 and book 2 in this trilogy. I read these quite a while ago and they were okay, but I never finished the 3rd book. I never got to the 3rd book, and I have no desire to. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. Bewitched by Laura Thalassa. I bought this because I loved Rhapsodic, but then I heard not the best things, and this has literally been on my shelf since last fall, and I never got to it. And I think the second book in the series either is out or is coming out, and I have no desire to pick it up. So that's literally a brand new book. I have these 2 books. Sometimes when I go thrifting, what's the word? Not book thrifting. Oh my gosh, like secondhand shopping, like half-price books and stuff like that. I will pick up used books thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna read these, and I never will. So I have Faye's Captive, books 1 through 8, so it's 4, and then 5 through 8. So it's the bind up of both of these. I have no desire to read these. I have no desire, and I don't know why I picked these up, but they were like $3 and I thought it was a good idea, so I probably will post those on Pango as well for like $2. When I literally mean I'm gonna get rid of these books for like relatively cheap, it's like I want them out of my house, so if you pay for shipping, basically you'll get them for relatively cheap. So that's the plan. By a Thread by Lucy Score. I don't know where I got this, why I picked up a Lucy Score book. Me and Lucy Score do not vibe. We don't vibe. I don't know why I picked this book up. To Hate Adam Connor. This is the indie edition. Whoa. To Hate Adam Connor. This is the indie edition. I read it and I enjoyed it, but I don't need this on my shelf. Like, it's not an all-time favorite, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think about it constantly. So yeah, we're gonna move on. Reverse Pass by Maggie Rodden. Okay, I actually might keep this because I do love this cover. Oh, I love this cover. Okay, you know what? Do I need to keep it? Do I need it? Do I need it? Do I need it? Do I need it? You know, we're gonna pass this on. I don't need to keep it, it's fine. I got this as a gift and I feel really bad getting gifts, so I think I might put this in a little free library. Restore Me by J.L. Seegers. I've tried to read this like 2 times and I just cannot get into it, so yeah, that's gonna go into the little free library pile. And then I have a bunch of Morgan Elizabeth books that were signed and personalized to me. I tried to read one of these, I forgot what it was. I was like, ooh, let me pick it out and see if this series is for me. So this is like a small town kind of like contemporary rom-com, and I think her newer stuff is for me, not her older stuff. So while I got those from her and I love that she gave those to me, I'm going to pass them on to someone else who probably will enjoy them a lot more, if that makes sense. A Soul to Keep by Opal Rain. I read this last year. Was it last year or this year? I forgot when I read it. It was interesting. It was a monster romance, but that's all it was. Is this signed? No. No, it's not signed, but I read it and it's a book, but I don't need it on my shelf because it's not an all-time favorite. So, oh my gosh, we have so many. Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. I think I bought this thinking I was going to love it. I read the novellas when they were indie published, and I think I got through 2 of them, and I never continued. And this has been on my shelf, and I have no desire to pick it up. So, another book that is brand new that I bought that I don't need. I'm also getting rid of copies of, like, multiple copies of books if I have them. So this is Shut Out and Offside. So I love these 2 books by Avery Keeland, but I have the other copies, if that makes sense. Like, I have these, she came out with illustrated instead of the men, and out of the 2, I just personally like that. I think I have some, what are they called, book plates for her, so I'll probably put that on Pingo with 2 book plates because these are the indie out of print versions. So yeah, another just, it's gonna go, it's going, it's going, it's going. Okay, and then I got Love, Lies, and Cherry Pies by Jackie Lau. This is sitting in the back of my shelf, and it's fake dating, and that's not always my favorite, so I want to pass this to someone who is gonna like it. So it's a little free library because I was sent that. The Truth According to Ember by Danica Navia. I have the audiobook of this. I don't need to have the physical copy if I have the audiobook. I saw people enjoy this, so I don't think it's gonna be an all-time favorite, but once again, little free library. Someone else will love it. These books, I don't even know where they came from. Paper Princess by Erin Watt. I think Jess had an extra copy of this last year when I saw her, and I was like, ooh, yes, I love this. Well, I love this, I'm never gonna reread them. So, like, why do I need them on my shelf? If that makes sense. Better Left Unsent by Leah Louise. I think this was, like, unsolicitedly sent to me by Atria. So, little free library it is. Triple Sect by TJ Alexander. I just never got to this. Okay, actually, I'm going to keep this book. I lied. I'm going to keep that one. I can keep one. It's fine. Oh, This Spells Disaster by Tori Ann Martin. So, I put this as, like, a Patreon picks what I read. And I chose this one and another one. And Samantha from Books with Samantha said, like, this was a good sapphic romance, but there's, like, other sapphic romances that are better. So, also, it's Damage. It came from Berkeley Damage. So, little free library it is. Someone will enjoy that. Yada yada yada. Love and Other Conspiracies. I have no desire to read this. This is not my cup of tea. So I have, like, this thought process that I'm gonna get to them, I'm gonna get to them, and then I get overwhelmed by how many books I actually have on my shelves that I'm probably never gonna get to. So actually I have to scan all of these and delete them from my library, like from my thing. Oh god, that's gonna take forever. Okay. Unrealistic Expectations by Andy J. Christopher. You know what? I'm gonna keep this one because I do want to read that one. So, okay. Then I got these from Katarina Mora. These actually are the books that I have by Katarina Mora. That's not my favorite. So I have this one. This is Broken Vows by Katarina Mora, and I think this was an art copy that I was sent, and I don't think I read this one, or if I did, this wasn't my favorite. I think I DNF'd it. Sometimes her books are very much hit or miss for me. Like Forever After All, I read this and it was okay. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I don't remember I had that on my shelf. And then this is The Unwanted Marriage. I forgot one of these is from, did I get rid of it? I may have not, but this one I think I bought myself. And I don't even remember what the difference is between them, so yeah, we're getting rid of them. Power by Cassandra Robbins. I have no desire to read this, and she gave this to me, so I may just Little Free Library, that. And then I have some special editions. Ouch. I have some special editions. So I picked these up secondhand. This is a Cole and Carter Reed by Tijan. It's the Mystic boxes. I was so excited when I found these, and I read these, I want to tell you, like years ago. But like, I don't need these. And how do I say this? The thought process of unhauling books is like, I can't put any more shelves in this room. Like, I don't have room. If I get rid of this, maybe I can put 1 or 2 more. But like, do I need that? No. That's like a lot of things. Like, I don't need to. So I want to keep my shelves like very minimal for like all-time favorite stuff. That's a goal of 2025. So I want to get rid of these. I'm never going to read them. They're just existing in the world, and that's okay. Same thing for these books by Kelly Hart. I think I tried the first book in this series. These are the Mystic Box ones, the Mystic Box special editions. I tried the first book because there's 5 of them. I think like 5 little novellas or something like that, and it wasn't my vibe. While I love Kelly Hart's other stuff, like this, her older stuff, not for me. And I'm figuring that out. Okay, so we're down to these 2. Lovely. Okay, Crescent Moon Tea Room. This is an arc I was sent. I read it and I did not like that book. Cozy stuff is not for me. Kiss and Spell by Celeste Martin. I think I was sent this, or I bought this. I read it this year and it was okay. It was adorable. It was cute, but I'm never going to reread it. So that one, Little Free Library is. Oh, The Soulmate Equation. I think I read this. Yes. I read this and I thought it was just okay, but it wasn't my favorite, so it'll go to a better home. I received, oh, where did they go? I don't know the other books. I received these in a giveaway a while ago. This is Ashley Jade's, The Kingdom, what is this called? Royal Hearts Academy. I'm never going to read these, y'all. Like, I don't have any desire to read them. The Hookup by Kristen Callahan. I read this and I loved it, but I'm never going to read it again. Oh, Morphine by Sam Lynn. This one I read. It's a Formula One book. It was her debut and I bought it, and I love that I supported her in that. She rewrote it because there was definitely some grammatical things that were up in this book, but I don't need this one on my shelf. I have this edition of If You Hate Me. I actually think I might give this to a friend. Now we're getting to, I got rid of some historical fiction books, so this one's not historical fiction. Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. I bought this. I need to stop buying books that, like, I don't even know what they're about. Like, a full price. I paid, like, $20 for this book. $18.99. And I tried to start reading it, and I was not a fan of the writing. So, that one is moved on. Salt to the Sea. Wait. Oh, yes. This is the one I read. Okay. I just recently read Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys this year. And I love some of her other books, but this one is not my favorite. So, this has been on my shelf for, like, 3 years. So, I'm glad I read it, but it's one of those things where I'm going to unhaul it. I read Atalanta by Jennifer Saint this year, and this one's not my favorite, so I'm going to sell it or give it away. I love Jennifer Saint, but that one is not my favorite. Jane Austen Society. I read this like 2 or 3 years ago. I gave it 3 stars. I don't even remember what this was about, so I need to get rid of it. The Winter Sea by Suzanne Kearsley. I did like this, but I don't really remember anything about it, so we're going to move on from that one. Just Once by Karen Kingsbury. This is a Christian author. Christian things, like authors, not my cup of tea. My fault for thinking that I was going to read this, and I didn't know that, so that's going to go to someone else. The Titanic Sisters by Patricia Falvey. So there's a ton of historical fiction books on my shelves that I have not read that I want to read. This is not one of them. I don't even know where I got that from. I read this for my Leave It to the Pros book club. Lady Tan's Circle of Women by Lisa C. Not my cup of tea. But I'm glad I read it. Like, it was a book that I'm glad I read. I see the importance of it, but I'm never going to read it again, so we're going to move on. I do have some Candy Center books that I'm going to get rid of. They're signed. No, these aren't signed. Some of them are signed. This one's not. I hated this duet. This is the, like, it's a cheating duet. Her husband, they get back together. No. I hated that duet. And then I have these 2 books. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm so grateful that do I keep one of them? I may keep one of them. I don't know. I feel bad when I get sent books. I have the arc of it, but they send me a finished copy, but I never got to the arc. This is Elena Armas's newest book. I may see if some of my friends want that, because I do know I have some friends that are big fans that not my cup of tea. So, Dark and Shallow Lies. I thought I was going to read this fall because it's set in Louisiana. I'm not. It's been on my shelves for over 2 years now. It's not going to happen. I'm getting rid of A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy. This is the original indie copy because I have the 5th anniversary. That's the same thing with the extended, like, perspective from Jamie. So I do love that book, but I have another copy, so what's the point? Close Quarters by Candy Steiner. This one was okay, but it's not my favorite candy, so we're gonna get rid of it. Oh, here are the other, yeah. I have the other 2 Ashley Jades that are in that series that I'm gonna get rid of. Doing a great job of showing you all these books, but it's a lot. Okay, so I have this special edition that I got from, who did I get this from? Oh, Cover to Cover. Because I loved Offside, I thought it was super, super good when I read it. This will be my 3rd copy of this book, okay? And I bought this, but you can't really tell. This is like blown up to where it's blurry. Like they used a horrible, and I legit mean like horrible quality photo to put on a special edition cover, and I'm actually pissed that I got that. I've been pissed since I owned that book. Like since I bought this book and owned it, I was really pissed. So yeah, and then I have Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. I read this last year, the year before, and like I read it and I see the importance of it, but once again, I'm not going to keep it on my shelf as like a, you know, anything like that. Oh, Lost Autumn by Mary Rose McCall. This is a historical fiction book I read, and it was like a 3-star read. A Study of Drowning by Ava Reed. I read this and I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. And my goal is if I've read something and I give it 3.5 stars, it needs to go away. So, go away. Spell Shop. Did not like this one. Not for me. Cozy Fantasy is not for me. Oh, I have A Fire in the Sky. I got this arc at Stimulant, I think it was. I read this and I was not a fan of it. So, arc's gonna go into that pile. I do have some special editions from Afterlight, Fangirl Down. I read it. I thought it was okay. The Prospects, have not read it, but I have no desire to. One Last Shot. I may be keeping this one. I haven't decided. It's super pretty. I do love like their stuff. It is really pretty. I'm just really cutting down. I'm canceling my Afterlight. I don't have any book subscription boxes that I pay for. I get the Hello Lovely one because I'm a rep, but that's it. I really want to cut down because I just like have all of these special editions that I just don't know what to do about, you know, do with, if that makes sense. I have The Bombshell Effect, The Marriage Effect, and Focus by Carla Sorensen. When I did a massive unhaul a while ago, I kept these because these are my favorite Carla Sorensen books. But I met her. I have pictures with her. I love her. She's great and fantastic. I don't need the rest of them on my shelf. Like, I'm never going to reread them, and I'm probably never going to recommend them, and they're not favorites of mine. These are also special editions. When I did a massive unhaul last time, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to keep them, I want to keep them. I don't like these. I tried to read Hostile Saint. It's not for me. It's super dark. Not my favorite. Oh my god, this stack here is ridiculous. Making the Cut by Anne Malcolm. It's a Motorcycle Club one. I only got this box because it came with the Inked and Lie special edition by Gianna. So, yeah. And then I have, the last couple is Raw and Raw Rebirth by Belle Aurora. I actually did read these and they were okay, but they're not my favorite to keep special editions. So, they'll be on my Pango. The same thing with these 2 by Tate James. Tate James is not an author for me. I don't particularly like some of her stuff. Like, she's just not, like, my cup of tea, especially these books. I looked at the synopses. So, we'll be getting rid of those. And then the only other ones that I have to figure out is actually Jess gave me one of these books. These are the hardbacks, I think. And she gave me one because I was going to read it, but I actually DNF'd the second book in this series, and I don't particularly like it. So, yeah, I have to see if she wants the hardcover back of this one because they're out of print. So yeah, I have to see if she wants this back. If not, it'll be on my Pango. And that's it. That's my unhaul. That is my massive unhaul for you guys. So I think through all of those, I said I was going to keep 2 of them and gift one of them to a friend, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I will have these. I will be working on putting these up on Pango. So yeah, throughout, because I have to take photos of them and list them and stuff like that, and that just takes a long time. So I don't know when I'm going to do that. It'll be definitely before this video goes up, but that's my unhaul. There's a ton of books. I don't even want to look at this stack anymore, but if you've made it this far, leave me a, what kind of emoji? The red X emoji, because we're getting rid of books and we're unhauling books, and it's great and fantastic. But that is all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content from me. I'm gonna have a lot of end of the year content coming up, so let me know in the comments down below what you like to see, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you're living a novel life, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.